Hello there.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. What we're doing today, what we did in DreamHack. I want to be covering like what we did right and wrong. I want to talk about how to perform in solos and duos, each way to perform in these categories. I want to go right before we get into the video. We're very close to 50 subscribers, so if you want to subscribe to the channel, get notified whenever my future videos come out. I'm not 100% sure what my next video is going to be about because I film and it's going to take up a lot of my time, so I don't know if there'll be a video posted next week. I hope there will be, but I'm not sure what topic I'll do on. But if you want to subscribe, also I want to cover the YouTube's terms of service updated. I don't know if I'm going to have a dedicated video. Maybe that'll be my next video, but I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that. It would definitely not be on the main upload schedule, probably be before that, so somewhere. My main upload schedule may change to Friday at 4 o'clock, possibly 4 p.m. Central Time. But yeah, YouTube's terms of service has updated, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on with that. For what I understand right now, they might be placing ads on advertisement-friendly YouTube channels. I don't know if this qualifies as advertisement-friendly. Maybe not. I don't talk about a lot of stuff that it could be. Yeah, but if you do see an ad on my video, just know that I'm not placing it there. But I might have an updated video coming out this week just talking about that. And you are a smaller creator, then what you should look for, how you can kind of be prepared for that. I know there are some videos out there, but they're not very clear on who it affects. I should be going over how that affects people. Let's get right back into the topic. First of all, I want to go over it for solos. Solos are very important. Solos are definitely the hardest game mode to place in, so I'm not trying to say that you have to be good. You just have to be able to get yourself out of those 1v1 situations, because when you play duos, which I'll go into pretty quickly here, is when you go into duos, most likely you're going to be 1v1ing, your teammate's going to be 1v1ing their duo, and you're going to be 1v1ing their duo. That's the way I look at it. It is very important with the not having 100% chest spawn rate, place the job with either a lot of chests. I find I really like landing at henchman chests. There's one at Misty, there's one at by Heinz Slurpee. I'm not sure where other ones are. I'm not 100% sure. That's all the ones I know and land at. There's one, I think there's still one here by Sweaty Sands. You can land at that one. Those have a 100% chest spawn rate. It is pretty much identical to landing like it was last season. You even get better loot out of it. You can get LMGs, you can get, which are disgusting how powerful those overpowered those things are. You can get a shield right off the bat very easily. You have a higher chance of getting shield, you have a higher chance of getting better weapons. It is a better overall thing to land at, first of all. Second thing I want to go over is how to play solos. So solos can be played very differently. You can play very passive, or you can play very aggressive, or you can play it kind of in between. I find a very good playstyle to have, and that's what I've been using, is more of a aggressive playstyle the first 2 games. And I mean the first 2, I mean literally you W key the first 2 games, and then you play placement out as much as you can after that. And what that allows you to do is when you play in the first game, when you play only when you play W key, if you're a decent player, even if you're not, and you're W keying, which you should be W keying the first game, you are moving in points, right? You're moving in a lot of points. But when you go into the second game, you're going to get harder players. But what's kind of hard to forget is when you play placement out against those harder players, that second game is going to go longer. That second game is going to be a little bit harder to get placement. That's why I think W keying is more effective in your second game, because those good players most likely you're going to get into those good players' lobbies. So when you play placement, it's harder to get placement because, if you get W keyed. So I feel like W keying right off the bat, getting 3 to 4 kills and getting at least a few more points is definitely beneficial in your second game. Okay, I want to go into, this is in my opinion, how to play duos effectively, how to play solos effectively. If this video has helped you out so far, leave a like on the video. It definitely helps me out. It just doesn't help me out, it also helps other people out find this video. Try to get this video to 10 likes. Again, thank you for watching. If you watched this far, thank you so much. And let's get into the clips. More a passive playstyle, because I went over this landing spot in another video if you want to check that out after this one. But more in depth on landing spots, I want to go over just a brief overview of this though. Landing in a spot, you have to think about 2 things. How is rotation going to be depending on where zone is? And if I'm W keying, where's a good spot where I can go to either hold kids getting pushed, or, so let's say you land at, for example, Salty Springs. You take out Salty Springs, get a couple kills or something, whatever, and you're W keying, you want to W key. A good place to W key would not be Authority, because right now, look at how many people are looking at Authority. So Main, Craggy Cliffs, from Retail, Stark Industries, Lazy Lake, Misty, Slurping, and Weeping. You probably have that's probably the most third-party spot, and if you're doing that, you're complaining about getting third-party, stop complaining, because there's like at least 6 to 7 POIs and 4 POIs that are literally next door to it. Okay, so yeah, if you don't W key in authority very much at all, unless you have to. A good place to W key would be somewhere like Holly. W key in the kids in Holly. You want to know how many POIs are by Holly? 0. They're sweaty. That's pretty far, and people from Coral and people from Doom's Domain will be kind of in there, and they'll be trying to rotate. And Slurpee. Slurpee is pretty far away from there, and most people won't rotate to there because it's kind of on the outer edge. But if you rotate there, you should have a free rotate because it's right in the middle between the two, and not many people are rotating there. So, and you can pick up loot on the way. Same thing. Not many people contesting retail row. If you go into like Stark Industries, you've got people from Steamy. For sure, people from Steamy. Maybe people from Dirty. Possibly people from Craggy. So, you know, just something to look for. I want to go into duos right now. Duos, you got to be looking at both people. You got to say what you're, if you're the IGL, because you should have an IGL if you're a duo. You should definitely be looking at what both opponents are doing, not just what you're doing, because you don't know, if you need to know which location they're going to be at. So let's say, for example, you should be, one teammate should be W keying one person, the other teammate should be W keying the other person. So 1v1. It should turn into a 1v1. So what I like to do is I like to have my friend box up or kind of spray from a good angle and keep one person distracted, or keep him on him, playing aggressive on him, and him just branching out, blowing all his mats. I go in while the other kid is distracted on him. I come in and take him down, and then we both 2v1 after, you know, after that kid's out of gas, we just blow him and pretty much pincer him. He's just boxing up while he's trying to take the wall, you know, trying to get peeks, very smart peeks, not engaging the fight fully. While the other player is trying to W key that person and try to just W key the person that isn't as good. And you can tell from keys who, like, if people are like if he's just not aware, or if he is you know, his reaction time is not as good. There's keys that you can look for, like when you try to beam the key with an AR. Is the reaction time like right away? Is it slow? You know, that's a good way to tell if they're good or bad or not. What I look at for is when I'm hitting a wall, I look for 2 keys. If they have their shotgun out, I try to take the wall. If they have their build menu out, I try to go into the box. If they still have their build menu out while I'm trying to do the phase, yes, you go into the box. But if they have their shotgun out, try to take the wall. I will show an example of that as well while I'm talking about it. I want to give enough time for it to play through. But I want to say, I do it. There's 2. There, you can go to the diagonal box, or you can go to the top of the box. I find this one pretty effective. I'm gonna try it out today as well. But in my opinion, it's pretty effective because you can put the wall, spray the wall like they don't see you, so they're not thinking you're gonna phase. And then you can look at them and see what do they have. If they have their build menu out, which they most likely will, then you should definitely drop down and then jump in. So then again, we have a second way you can get into people's boxes by crash padding. Crash padding is a very effective way. And let's say, for example, you have a duo that you got low and one of them's healing. Crash pad inside his box while he's healing, not when he's not healing. If he's low, then he most likely just has his shotgun out because he might expect that if he's a good player. But if he's healing, jump in right away, because right now that there's a delay. There's a slight delay to when you're popping a mini to when you can cancel it, and you can actually jump in with a crash pad while holding your cones out. And floor, and try to cone and floor as soon as you jump in, switch to your shotgun, and then, you know, it's just a 50-50 at that point. Because what good players will do is they will put their shotgun, let's say you get the first shotgun shot, and they'll edit you and edit play, or get out of the box quickly, and then get a window edit, and you're dead. So if you can get those a cone in there, at least a cone in there in the box before you jump in, you just hold the cone out, switch to your cone, jump twice, and you can get right into the box and have the cone in there already before you even get into the box. Okay, now I want to go over this cup that's happening in literally 16 hours from when you're going to see this. It'll probably be happening in a few hours. So this tournament is heavily based. It's pretty big on W key. Getting 5 kills is pretty much getting more than half. This is almost actually more than half placement, just getting 5 kills. So if you look at getting 1 kill is equal to reaching top 21, yeah, it's pretty big. And since it's a duo cup, most likely you will be getting 2. Each elimination will be around 10 points since you'll be eliminating a duo. So if you look at that for an example, that means you only need to eliminate around 6 teams to equal what you need in a victory royale. So if you look at that and then you bring it up, it is pretty much one of the most W key cups you can get besides getting no placement at all. You could probably get only a couple eliminations or just like get some when you're rotating, but that would not be enough. I would say you would definitely have to W key like the Nick A30 cup coming up in a couple days. If this elimination stays at 1 point, which I probably won't, but if it does, it's going to be probably the heaviest placement, and you should definitely play for placement instead of eliminations. So if it stays that way, I will. If it doesn't stay that way, I'll probably have like a short follow-up saying they, if it's like 3 or 4 or 5 points, then you should WP or at least somewhat WP. But it's very heavily placement, which is really nice. Alright guys, thank you. If you made it this far, definitely hit the like button on the video. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of these, then hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get notified as soon as this video comes out. I'm so glad you came to watch the video. I was going to do like a different video on this, but I ended up doing this for a couple reasons because of the tournaments coming out and stuff like that. So yeah, for sure we're going to be doing more. I don't know how more of these cups, and definitely next season I'll be getting more into competitive. So thank you for watching today's video. Like always, God bless your day, and I will see you in the next one.